The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan is not only a fascinating story but also a culturally and historically significant work. Here are some interesting facts and historical context surrounding this classic. 1. Written in prison. Bunyan began writing The Pilgrim's Progress while imprisoned in England for his religious beliefs. He was a nonconformist preacher during a time when the Church of England was the only legally recognized church. Refusing to comply with restrictions, he was jailed multiple times, totaling about 12 years. During these imprisonments, he wrote the first part of The Pilgrim's Progress, published in 1678. 2. A pioneering allegory. The Pilgrim's Progress is one of the earliest English allegorical novels. Bunyan uses characters and events as symbols to explore Christian virtues, struggles, and redemption. The novel portrays the spiritual journey of Christian from the city of destruction to the celestial city, making it a unique blend of adventure, symbolism, and morality. 3. Written in accessible English. Unlike many authors of his time, Bunyan chose to write in the vernacular, or common language, so that even those without formal education could understand and appreciate it. His style is plain, direct, and rooted in the everyday speech of 17th century England, making it accessible to a wide audience. 4. Second most translated book after the Bible. Since its publication, The Pilgrim's Progress has been translated into over 200 languages and dialects, making it the second most translated book in the world, only behind the Bible. Its wide appeal lies in its universal themes of struggle, faith, and redemption. 5. A bestseller for over 200 years. The book was immediately popular upon its release and continued to be a bestseller for centuries. It was widely read in England and the American colonies, especially among Puritans and later Protestants, and it became a fixture in many households. The Pilgrim's Progress influenced English literature and culture deeply, serving as a moral guide and entertainment. 6. Influence on literature and culture. The Pilgrim's Progress has had a tremendous impact on literature, inspiring works by writers like Charles Dickens, Mark Twain, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and William Thackeray. Its themes and structure influenced subsequent novels, particularly those exploring moral and spiritual struggles. Some of its phrases, such as Vanity Fair and Slough of Despond, have become part of the English lexicon. 7. Reflections of 17th century England's religious climate. Written during the English Restoration period, the book reflects the religious persecution and tension between the Church of England and various dissenting groups. Bunyan's portrayal of Christian struggles resonated with those facing religious oppression and became an enduring symbol of faith in the face of adversity. 8. Two parts published separately. The first part of The Pilgrim's Progress was published in 1678, and its popularity led Bunyan to write a second part, published in 1684. The second part follows Christian's wife, Christiana, and their children as they make the same journey, emphasizing themes of community, family, and the value of fellowship in the spiritual journey. 9. A Protestant classic in a Catholic world. Bunyan's work was largely Protestant in outlook and was banned in some Catholic regions, including France and Spain, due to its Protestant theology. However, it spread widely to the Protestant world, gaining popularity in England, Scotland, the Netherlands, and the American colonies, and later in Protestant missionary fields. 10. Illustrated editions. The Pilgrim's Progress has inspired hundreds of illustrated editions. Artists like William Blake, George Cruikshank, and others created visual interpretations of the scenes, adding an iconic visual legacy to Bunyan's already vibrant story. These illustrations furthered its popularity and provided imaginative interpretations for readers over centuries. 11. Inspired by Bunyan's own spiritual journey. Bunyan's personal life deeply influenced the book. He was raised in a poor, rural family and had a tumultuous early life, including military service and struggles with intense spiritual doubts. His journey to faith was filled with guilt, doubt, and inner conflict, which mirror Christians' trials and triumphs in the story. 12. Originally banned in some regions. While beloved by Protestant readers, The Pilgrim's Progress faced censorship in certain Catholic and Anglican territories. Some authorities deemed it heretical, as it promoted personal religious conviction and highlighted issues with established churches, both of which threatened the power structures of the time. 13. An early example of an English novel. Although not typically considered a novel by modern standards, The Pilgrim's Progress pioneered the narrative structure and psychological depth that would later become hallmarks of English novels. Its use of characterization and detailed settings helped shape the development of English narrative fiction. 14. Popular among American Puritans and Founding Fathers. The book was immensely popular in colonial America, especially among the Puritans, who saw it as a spiritual guide reflecting their own journey to the New World. Founding figures like John Adams and Thomas Jefferson reportedly admired the work. It symbolized perseverance and moral integrity, aligning well with early American values. 15. Themes of Christian nonconformity and individualism. Christian's journey emphasizes the importance of personal conviction over institutional roles, a theme central to Bunyan's own life as a nonconformist preacher. His portrayal of Christian as a lone pilgrim choosing his path resonated with those who valued individual religious freedom, making it a foundational text for Protestant believers worldwide. 16. The influence on African American spirituality and literature. The Pilgrim's Progress found a special place in African American communities, especially during the 18th and 19th centuries. Enslaved individuals and abolitionists often identified with the story's themes of liberation and spiritual redemption, as they connected Christian's journey with their own struggles for freedom and justice. Figures like Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass drew inspiration from it. 17. Impact on missionary work. The Pilgrim's Progress was used extensively by missionaries, who found it helpful for explaining Christian concepts in simple, allegorical language. Its popularity in translation, especially in non-Western countries, allowed missionaries to spread Christian teachings in a relatable format, reaching audiences across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. 18. Enduring appeal to children and young readers. The story's allegorical nature and Christian's journey of adventure and danger made it particularly appealing to children. In fact, many later adaptations simplified or illustrated the text specifically for young readers. It became a staple for family reading and was often included in children's educational materials in 18th and 19th century households. 19. Adapted into many forms of media. Since the early 20th century, The Pilgrim's Progress has been adapted into various media formats, including films, radio dramas, animated series, and theater. The book's themes of adventure and moral choices lend themselves to different interpretations, allowing each generation to reinterpret it within new cultural contexts. 20. Bunyan's unique, ordinary perspective on faith. Bunyan was not a formally educated theologian. His insights were based on personal experience and practical faith rather than academic training, which contributed to the work's wide appeal. His ability to convey complex religious ideas to relatable characters and everyday language made The Pilgrim's Progress a common man's guide to spirituality. 21. A testament to the power of dream imagery. Bunyan structures the book as a dream vision, a popular literary device used by medieval and early modern authors. This format allowed him to explore complex spiritual themes within a fictional framework, presenting his ideas as revelations given to him in a dream, a technique that lent authority and creativity to the story. 22. An inspiration for moral and self-improvement literature. The Pilgrim's Progress helped pave the way for a genre of moral and self-help literature. Its portrayal of a personal journey towards self-improvement and spiritual fulfillment resonated deeply with readers, influencing later writers who emphasized individual growth, ethics, and perseverance. The enduring influence of The Pilgrim's Progress stems not only from its theological significance but also from Bunyan's gift for universal storytelling. The book's allegorical journey has resonated across centuries, cultures, and religious backgrounds, making it one of the most widely recognized Christian allegories in literature. Thanks for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video. It helps more people find these classic stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.